No, you can't use the bathroom, and no, we don't have Wi-Fi.
We hear you carry only finest merchandise.
What is up, and welcome back. It's Skovos, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the upcoming free-to-play multiplayer third-person shooter that's developed by First Watch Games and published by Hi-Rez Studios. This game, which you've probably seen or heard of at this point, especially if you frequent Twitch, is Rogue Company. So the whole point of this video is to go over every relevant detail that I can think of, that way you can get a good understanding about what this game is and determine if it's for you or not. So right before we jump into all of these juicy details, I want to be very clear that this video is not sponsored by Rogue Company. I did not get the game for free, and I am no way affiliated with any of those parties whatsoever. Every opinion and comment in this video is strictly mine and mine alone. So with all of that out of the way, Rogue Company is a 4 vs 4 third-person tactical shooter. It is character-based, and in this game the characters are known as rogues. Each one of these rogues has a unique loadout with different weapons, perks, gadgets, and abilities. The game overall is going to be uplifting with a splash of humor and very fast-paced. So if you're looking for a list of games to compare this to and you haven't had your hands on it yet, of course it's going to compare to most other third-person shooters like Gears of War. The playstyle is going to be reminiscent of Rainbow Six with abilities from games like Valorant and Overwatch. The buy system in the game is very similar to Counter-Strike and Valorant, but honestly, in my opinion, it mostly reminds me of the PvP from The Division. Now I would also like to point out that most comparisons that I've heard or made myself have all been in positive light. Now, on the other hand, if you're not a fan of third-person shooters, you probably won't like this one either. So to dive into a little bit more detail to give you a better understanding of what's unique about this game and the things that make it stand out. But first off, we have the two distinct game modes that are currently in Rogue Company. The first game mode is Demolition, which is very similar to Search and Destroy. Your goal is to either plant and destroy a bomb site or defend the bomb site and keep the bomb from going off. Each team will have one life. Once you die, you won't respawn. If your team runs out of players, then you lose that round. The second game mode available is going to be Strikeout. Now Strikeout is almost something along the lines of a King of the Hill style objective. You'll go to a point, capture and hold the point. Now each team will have a set number of tickets. These tickets will allow your teammates to respawn. If you run out of tickets, you will not be able to respawn. So the two ways to win this game mode is deplete all of the enemy's tickets and eliminate their team, or by holding the point for a predetermined amount of time. So after you choose which game mode you want to play and you queue in for a match, the first thing that you'll be prompted with is selecting which rogue you want to play with. Now this rogue cannot be changed in the middle of a game, so choose wisely. Each one of these rogues will have different weapons, gadgets, and perks available to them. Some will be close range with shotguns and SMGs, others will be more long ranged focused with sniper rifles and DMRs. So once your team selects your rogues and you load into the game, you'll spawn inside of a dropship, and in this dropship is where you'll have access to the shop. The shop is where you purchase your weapons, gadgets, and perks. Now something to note about purchasing any of these items is that when you die in the game at any point, you will not lose anything, including weapons. And if you purchase something like a grenade or a tactical ability, once you use the ability, it is depleted for that round. But if you die in a respawn, then you'll have that grenade and ability back. So even if the buy system is very similar to Counter-Strike and Valorant, these changes definitely set it apart from those games. It makes the game a lot faster paced since you don't have to start from square one every single time you die. So another thing that sets this buy system apart from other games is the fact that you can upgrade your weapons and gadgets. Primary weapons can be upgraded 3 times, your secondary weapon, melee weapon, and gadgets can be upgraded twice. Some of these upgrades will increase magazine size, hipfire accuracy, adding a silencer, or allowing you to carry an additional grenade. So once the round begins, the back of the dropship will now open up. This will allow you and your team to glide into the map and essentially choose your spawn location in an interactive style. This is a small little detail, but definitely changes up the gameplay a bit. And if you pay attention closely, on the opposite side of the map, you can also see the enemy smoke trails to allow you and your team to come up with a quick strategy. So a smaller feature that I definitely want to touch base on, and it seems like not a lot of people are talking about this. I also haven't seen this in any other game that I can remember, but in Rogue Company, if you're hiding behind cover and you go to shoot at an enemy, your character will automatically stand up just enough for the gun, your head, and sometimes your shoulder to be exposed. This gives your opponents or yourself a fighting chance and avoids any head glitch spots. Another really cool aspect about Rogue Company is its crossplay, cross-save, and cross-progression, meaning you can play with friends across any platforms, and you can log into any platform at any point in time, and your progress will carry over as long as your accounts are linked properly. And on the topic of crossplay, when you log in a Rogue Company for the very first time, crossplay is by default enabled, and I'm primarily a console player, Xbox One specifically, since that's where most of my friends are at, and I decided to leave it enabled to let you know my overall experience, especially against players on PC. So I had 0 moments where I felt outgunned or outmaneuvered by players with mouse and keyboard. And with that being said, that led to my opinion on the game being very well balanced. So when this game fully releases, it will be free to play across all platforms, and they have come out and said that there will be a battle pass, but anything that influences the gameplay itself, like purchasing additional rogues, can be done using the in-game currency. So imagine a system similar to Apex Legends, where you earn up the in-game currency, complete your daily contracts, and purchase whatever rogues that you want. And to be completely honest, I have some really high hopes for the cosmetics that could be added to this game. There's definitely a lot of potential, especially being developed by Hi-Rez Studios, the creator of Smite. And I know in Smite, I absolutely love some of the skins they've put in that game. So I did mention that when this game fully releases, it will be entirely free to play across all platforms, but unfortunately right now the only free way to gain access to this game to try it for yourself is by getting lucky on a drop from a Twitch stream. Now if you went for drops on Valorant, you'll know how hard these are to get sometimes. If you want guaranteed access and don't mind spending some money on the game before trying it out, you can purchase the cheapest version at $15, which gives you access immediately. So personally, I just didn't feel like waiting around for Twitch to drop me a code. I went ahead and purchased the game, and I definitely do not regret it. But I will be watching Twitch streams until a code does drop for me. When that code drops, it will go in my next Rogue Company video. So if you're subscribed, click the bell button to be notified when that video goes live, and if you're one of the first lucky few viewers, you could snag the code for yourself, guaranteeing you access. So that's gonna wrap up today's video, but wait, before you click away, clicking that subscribe button really does help me out and support my channel quite a bit. If you like this video in particular, click the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you're also more than welcome to click the thumbs down. But whether you did click or didn't click anything I mentioned, I still hope you have a good evening, afternoon, morning, night, or whatever it is wherever you are. But thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos.